But next year, and I'd like everybody's opinion now. Jakarta dropped out. They will always be a fail-safe for the event, because Brian makes money on the event, he loves the event, he wants the event. But Seoul and now Manila both want the event, all right? They're both coming to Bangkok with proposals to have the event in their home countries next year, and the rest of us are going to have to vote on which venue we want to go to. So I'd like to know from you guys, Seoul or Manila?
Manila.
Incidentally, you can Google this, the Manila event. Apparently he's locked in the Winfield Hotel and Casino, and based on everything I've seen on the internet, it's getting rave reviews. I mean, it's rated very high. It's a real hotel and casino, and it's owned by Manila, by the people that just lost their. Remember the last time we were in Manila, it burned down. Okay, so they're trying to get some better publicity. That's one of the reasons they want to do this. But those are our options next year: Manila or Seoul. Seoul, incidentally, I've done my own work there too. The team from Seoul is called the Itaewon Pool League. Two last things that I really need to cover. I wish there were more people here for it, because I ain't going to do this a lot, but this is from the heart. This is just something I want to get out. I'm not going to go back there again. One's a bit corny, and the other one's a bit preachy, but I don't give a shit. I got a captive audience here for a minute. And it doesn't necessarily have direct meaning to the event. But number one, this is an extremely unusual event. There is no other pool event like this. Everyone in Bangkok has pool tournaments. Every country in the world has pool tournaments. But this is extremely unique. There's nothing like it, right? That's because we all come together in Bangkok. Right? That's what makes this such a unique event. In year one, 56 people made the trip. No one, for those that were there in year one, we had no idea what we were walking into, and Jakarta had no idea what was coming. It turned out to be something absolutely incredible. It was just a fabulous event. After the first 80 games, it was 41-39. It was that close. Bangkok eventually pulled away. We won, and I got to tell you, we're in a room where we're probably 30%, 70% Jakarta people. The Jakarta people all went, but the Bangkok people all went friggin' nuts. Everyone went ballistic, dancing, shouting, hugging. Guys were coming over to me with tears in their eyes, thanking me and just hugging me. And these were people that didn't necessarily even like me. 12 hours before, some of these people were giving me a rash of shit why they didn't play enough games, all right? But for a brief second there, all that was forgotten. And when I got back, well, everybody else knows from previous talks that it was Rory. Well, Rory came over to me and said, I want to play in the future. In fact, I want to play this year and I want to play next year wherever you go. I said, why the change of heart? He said, I was on YouTube and I watched it. And I saw guys that really hate each other, hugging each other and just jumping up for joy. I've never seen anything like that. I've never been a part of anything like that. I want to be a part of that. And that's something along those lines has happened every single year. Last year, Stuart went to Saigon expecting to play, wanting to play. I couldn't manage it. At the end of the match, he came over to me, gave me a hug, and said, this is the most fun I have ever had in 11 years of queuing events. True or false?
False.
No. He also said to me, he said, fuck playing next year. He says, being a captain has more pressure than playing, and I loved it. It was great. I love being a part of it. But I got to tell you, we beat Jakarta by 3 lousy games. We played 168 matches each, and we beat them by 3. When Joachim went on the table for the last game, and he lost his first one, it wasn't until John Dangerfield beat somebody from Jakarta that put us over the top. If Joachim had lost that match, that last game, we would have won by 1, playing 168 games. And in all honesty, we all came together, we were supporting each other, everybody was helping each other. whereas Jakarta was fighting amongst each other. And I honestly believe that was the difference last year. That little tiny thing spelled the difference between walking away winning and not. So it's important. Let's see. Anyway, that's from the heart, guys. And this is a very unique event, and I want to treat it differently. Bottom line is, we are Bangkok. And for 2 fucking days, I want everybody to, you know, every one of us has our little idiosyncrasies, our personality quirks, or some of them pretty strange. But you got them today, you'll have them after the event. I titled this Sponsorship and Payback, okay? We brought 56 people to Jakarta in year 1 because I ran into a lunatic with a lot of money who grabbed me and said to me, make it happen. This is great. I think this is fantastic. He threw euros at me. I had just walked out of a bar in Queens Park Plaza where Neil Pawsey said to me, he said, mate, it's a great idea. No one's pulling this off. I walked into Moonshine, it was Glenn. I didn't know Glenn. And I said, Glenn, can I talk to you? He said, yeah, give me a second. We sit down, I told him about Jakarta daring me to put up a team. Called over one of his bodyguards, reached in there, threw 7,500 euro at me and said, make it happen. All right, that's how, so I paid everybody's way, I paid everybody's airfare. That's what got this off the ground. And Glenn did it because he lived in the, whether you like Glenn, didn't like Glenn, approve of Glenn, disapprove of Glenn, irrelevant. Bottom line is his reason for doing it was that he lives in this town, works in this town, plays in this town, and he loved playing in the Bangkok Pool League because he used that to get rid of all of his aggression, and he said, time to give something back. That's all he expected in return. All right, so, and incidentally, the reason we're going to Angel Witch is because we need a place to go after the event for those that are interested. So Al walked in and met with Chris and said, Chris, we're all assembling at Hillary 2. We want a place for afterwards. Pick a bar. And what we want him to do is pick his worst friggin' bar, because we're going to turn it in. We could turn it into his most, his biggest bar that night. He picked Angel Witch. Okay, I did that as payback for Glenn. Glenn, I'm sure he's down there somewhere. He's listening. He'll probably give me a punch in the shoulder when he sees me, but he'll have a smile on his face when he does it. It's payback. All right, it's payback for a dead guy. So if I want to do that for a dead guy, what do you think I want to do for those that aren't? Stuart's not dead yet. Okay, let me start with Hustlers. Okay. Graham has handed me coin of the realm, actual money, for the 2 years ago. He did it again last year, and he's doing it again this year. And when he handed me that money, there were no strings. He knew that that money was going to offset the costs of airfare and hotel for a bunch of people, not all of whom are his customers, or even like him, just like people don't like me. But he did it. And he's doing it this year, and there's a chance for me to give him some payback. So this is important for me. I want everybody that you know drag their butt into Hustlers. I want support for the Bangkok team, but also I want people to buy a friggin' beer. Okay? I'm not talking about, we all make different, you know, incomes. I don't care. I don't expect Alex and Joe to be drinking a lot on the day. Buy me a fucking beer. Buy Peter a beer. Oh no, Peter's going to be a referee, don't buy him. Buy Stuart or Stephen a beer or Graham a beer. I'm saying, this doesn't fall on one person, but it's a serious issue. I want everybody that has supported me in this event to wind up in the black, or to be really glad that they did support the event, because as long as that happens, Dubai will happen, more payback, and we can have the event here again more often, all right? But the bottom line is, when I ran the Bangkok Pool League, I used to put out fires all the time. And the most recurrent fire was, I brought my team into this bar and we spent X, and when they came to my bar, they only spent Y, okay? Or this guy, the whole team came in, they only spent 100, you know, 150 bucks, you know. I would sit the captain or the owner or some key player down, and I say, look, I'm never going to tell anybody how much money to spend. I'm not going to order anybody to sit there and buy a beer. But if you're going to spend 3 or 4 hours in somebody's bar, somebody's place of business, enjoying yourself, having a good time, being entertained, and you don't walk out of there with at least a 300 or 400 bar tab, it's rude. All right? I had people tell me that I shouldn't allow alcoholics who were on the wagon to play in the Bangkok Pool League because it's barley. And I said, the guys that are on the wagon can certainly buy a drink for a girl, buy a drink for an opponent. So those guys, Kian, when you're playing at Sportsman, okay, the following day, I don't expect you to do a lot of drinking. Brad will make it up for everybody. But did you ever hear of buying a drink for the guy you just played? That's called gamesmanship, okay? You don't have to get drunk. What I'm saying is, I want everybody equally to understand it's important. And it's not a lot of money. I'm not asking for anybody to go the extra yard. I'm just trying to provide something where they can. So it's important. And it's the same thing, let's see, I covered Monto with the shirts. Where's Monto? This is going to destroy his reputation, but he's been absolutely wonderful to deal with, all right? I hate to say it, because we all have this picture of Monto, but every time I ask him for something, he goes, don't worry. Monto does, don't worry. So he's taking care of everything. But no, seriously, the man paid for all the shirts that we had last year, and he's paying for them again this year. And I asked him for some extra shirts because I got to cover more people. I don't expect him. I don't expect him to have a lot of money at the end of our event, but over the course of time, I want him to say, you know what, sponsoring the Bangkok, this event was a good thing for my business, and it was a good thing for me personally. It's important. So I need everybody to help me make that happen. That covers Monto. He's donating a shitload of food, okay? He's out of the game. Eat at the game. The Mexican, it's the same thing. When Al walked in and asked Pizza Mania, he didn't. This is important also. I do not have compromising pictures of Graham or Joe. Well, everybody's got compromising pictures of Joe. I'm not blackmailing any of these people. I didn't have to beat Graham over the head to get him to give me money. All right? They're volunteering it, which is what we're supposed to be doing as part of the community in Bangkok. Just think of the people that, without them, there is no event. And if he winds up in the black, and if Joe winds up in the black, they're going to want to do this more often. And we all benefit from that. And I'm not asking for anybody to go, out of their, go nuts money-wise. Just normal. Just think about it. Oh, and last but not least, he'll tell you, Henning will tell you, Joe will tell you, I ran a lot of pool events when I ran the Bangkok Pool League. At no time did I ever run an event without saving money at the end for the staff. Okay? The girls are going to be busting their asses. Tip them. You don't have to make them into millionaires. Tip them. Just don't forget about them. Don't stay there all day, walk out and go, oh shit, I never did tip my waitress. All right? They're an important part of this too. That's it.